Premier League Manchester United vs Chelsea prediction, team news, lineups preview. Two faltering titans of the English game meet in a midweek Old Trafford encounter on Wednesday night. As Manchester United and Chelsea renew hostilities in a mouth-watering Premier League affair. The Red Devils' woes continued in a 1-0 defeat to Newcastle United over the weekend. While Mauricio Pochettino's men restored a sense of blue pride by seeing off Brighton Hove Albion 3-2. Match preview. Man United's injury problems this season have been well documented. But the Red Devils' fitness concerns pale into insignificance when compared to a ravaged Newcastle unit, who were once again forced to dip into the club's academy ranks to fill the bench at St. James Park. Nevertheless, Eddie Howe's decimated side were a class above Erik ten Hag's tepid troops on a freezing cold northeast evening and got their just rewards in the second half, when the lively Anthony Gordon met a Kieran Trippier ball into the 6-yard box to tap home at the back stick. Ten Hag's men had enjoyed a revival of sorts in the top flight heading into the festive period, prevailing in 5 of their previous 6 top-flight battles and keeping clean sheets in 3 on the trot before making the trip to Tyneside. But the under-fire Dutchman was under no illusions that his side were second best all evening long. Also reeling from another Champions League capitulation versus Galatasaray. Man United have been bumped down to 7th in the Premier League table ahead of the midweek round of fixtures, 5 points below Aston Villa in 4th place and only boasting 16 league goals in 2023-24, by far the worst attacking return from any top-half team. 8 of those strikes have come at the host's Theatre of Dreams headquarters, where only 2 of their last 5 Premier League games have ended with Man United coming out on the correct end of the scoreline. And if game week 14 is anything to go by, the Red Devils could take a leaf out of Chelsea's book when it comes to showing grit and determination. Akin to public transport passengers waiting an age for a bus and 2 come at once. Enzo Fernandez had gone 30 Premier League games without scoring his maiden goal before the visit of Brighton, who succumbed to 2 strikes from the £106 million Argentine in a 5-goal extravaganza. Fernandez's header and penalty either side of a Levi Colwill effort against his former team proved decisive, but it was far from a comfortable watch for the Stamford Bridge faithful, who witnessed captain Conor Gallagher dismissed on the stroke of half-time while Facundo Buonanot and João Pedro gave the Seagulls hope. Pedro's header came with 5 minutes of added time on the board. But Pochettino's crop held on for an imperative win which the Argentine claimed demonstrated his side's unity, allowing the 10 men of Chelsea to rise above West London rivals Brentford into 10th place in the Premier League rankings. Continuing their commitment to entertainment, Chelsea have now amassed a striking 12 goals from their last 4 Premier League fixtures, albeit while shipping 11 at the other end of the field. And the Blues posted 3 straight wins in Premier League away games before their 4-1 humbling at the hands of Newcastle last month. Man United and Chelsea can therefore empathise when it comes to St. James Park shortcomings. But the Blues coincidentally went down 4-1 to the Red Devils during May's Old Trafford contest, which ended a sequence of 5 consecutive draws between the 2 battered behemoths. Team news. Ex-Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount may have expected a frosty reception from the travelling fans, but it is still unclear whether the Englishman will be involved against his erstwhile employers, having only just returned to training from a calf problem. Mount is the only occupant of the Man United infirmary in with a chance of recovering in time for Wednesday's game, as none of Tyrell Malacia knee, Lisandro Martinez foot, Casemiro thigh, Christian Eriksen knee, Amad Diallo knee or Johnny Evans thigh will be involved, while Jadon Sancho remains in exile. After giving Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford the nod at St. James Park, Ten Hag will certainly ponder recalls for Rasmus Højlund and Antony for the visit of Chelsea, with Rashford in particular being chastised for a perceived lack of effort and desire during Saturday's lowly loss. While 2 Chelsea players in Reece James and Marc Cucurella have now served Premier League bans and are available again, the Blues will cope without Gallagher on Wednesday evening owing to the stand-in captains sending off for 2 yellow cards against Brighton, opening up a spot for Cole Palmer to return to the 11. James is also primed to come in on the right, but Colwill's goal at the weekend could see the ex-Brighton loanee keep Cucurella at bay. Unless Pochettino decides that fresh legs take precedence this week, such an approach could see Axel Disasi shifted into a central role in place of 39-year-old Thiago Silva. Malo Gusto tendon. Christopher Nkunku knee and Romeo Lavia ankle are all touch and go for the contest, but Wesley Fofana knee, Carney Chukwuemeka knee, Trevoh Chalobah thigh and Ben Chilwell thigh remain confined to the treatment room. Manchester United possible starting lineup: Onana, Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, McTominay, Menu, Antony, Fernandes, Garnacho, Højlund. Chelsea possible starting lineup: Sanchez, James, Disasi, Badiashile, Colwill, Fernandes, Caicedo, Sterling, Palmer, Mudryk, Jackson. We say, Manchester United 1-1 Chelsea. For all of Man United's perpetual struggles in the attacking third, Ten Hag's side are seldom torn to shreds at the back, and one never truly knows what to expect from Pochettino's Chelsea charges. Goals are virtually a guarantee at both ends when the Blues step out onto the field. And such a theme should continue at Old Trafford, but we simply cannot pick a clear winner and expect a return to drawing ways for the two clubs this week. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.